we're going to speak about Shaq and his wife. Well, his ex-wife.
Oh.
What's her name?
Shaunie O'Neal.
Shaunie O'Neal, a.k.a. Shaunie Henderson now, because she is remarried.
Oh, she got married.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
she's actually
Hopefully
married to
she
the
loves
pastor.
him.
She's married to the pastor that hushed the lady.
Recently?
Yes. That's her husband.
Yo, that was so top 5.
That's her husband.
He said, hush.
Yep. He said, shh.
He said, hush.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, like,
But the way he explained
I wondered
it.
that he hushed her too. That's why she
Well,
loved him.
I saw them. I went to Vegas last year around this time, and I was in Yardbird, which is like a phenomenal restaurant in Vegas if you ever go, in the Venetian. And they were there. I believe it was her birthday, if I'm not mistaken. And they're just very low key. There was no security with them.
Right.
It was like they were just two regular people just having dinner or whatever. I thought
They
it was
are
cool.
regular,
I
yeah.
think it's interesting that she married a man of the cloth.
Okay.
I think that's a little interesting for me.
I mean, she don't know what she likes now. I mean, she knows what she likes now, but before, I guess she didn't know what she loved.
We're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
That's what we
Yeah,
get
we
into.
can
It.
definitely
We're going
talk
to talk about that.
So she says that she doesn't. Well, she realized that she never was in love with Shaq. She was just in love with the idea of having a family. How do you do that? How do you do that? How do you push out
Four children by him.
four children by a man that you don't love?
She didn't say she didn't love him.
Well, you're not in love with.
Which is
Okay.
two different things.
Yes,
Two completely
for sure.
different things.
sometimes a GD could stand for like a gangster disciple. And the GD can also stand for gold digger. That's what she is.
Let's talk about it.
I don't know if I never was really in love.
digger?
I never knew if I was really in love. Pregnant. Baby shower. Next year. Pregnant again. Pregnant again. You got pregnant 4 times.
4 times.
And I'm not in love. So now this is all business, right?
Right.
But it couldn't have been a possible potential that he could have changed, or he treated her good sometimes and not so good other times.
Why
And
didn't
if
you
you
leave?
didn't treat her good, can you see why?
No.
Because he probably really didn't love her.
If you follow Shaq, he's admitted numerous times how bad he's treated her over the years, over the course of their marriage.
Okay.
He's completely accountable for that. But I also think once we all get to a certain age, male or female, you start to self-reflect.
Right.
And you can say that's how you, because I remember growing up, remember in high school, your mother be like, girl, it's just puppy love. You be like, no, I love him, Ma. You don't know what you're talking about. I love him. And as you get older, you realize that was puppy love because there was no responsibility behind it, right? You just go to school, y'all walk each other to class, you give each other a kiss, you go to McDonald's after, call me when you get home. I think that's what we watch. That's what we're watching with her. She's evolving, and I think she's reflecting. And it's like, well, did I really love him? Because when you get a man of a certain caliber, he makes you question everything that came before him. And then you start to say, well, damn, was I ever really in love? Like I said, with my first child's father, no, I used to say I was in love with him, but no, I was in love with a whole lot. This man lied about his age, his kids, I
The
love
OG from the hood, yeah.
Right. I was in love with a lie. So you have to, again, self-reflection is important. And I think that's what she's at, and I'm here for it.
My take on it is because I think a lot of times when we look at these blogs and we look at headlines, what we don't do is like actually dive deep into it, because this was a take from the book that she has out. She has a new book out. So this was just a portion of what you said. So obviously there's way more context in it. And I'm in agreement with Jazz. I think as you evolve, I was reading not too long ago where it says you experience 3 types of love in your life, right? The first love that comes along is the love that kind of makes you reflect, but it's not the deep love. The second love that you have will usually be the love that you learn the most from. The third love is the actual love that you want to experience because of the other 2 loves. So think about it. When they were married, right, they were very young. A lot of times you are in love with the image or the ideology of what marriage is, and not exactly the person. First of all, let me finish because I see you're real
ready to go. Yeah.
I feel like the Western concept of marriage has kind of overtaken what marriage has fundamentally been throughout the years. Marriage, for love is a fairly new concept.
Yes.
Because marriage is a arrangement to, one, preserve and strengthen blood ties, and two, for economic and social reasons. So this is why we're seeing such a high rate of marriages decline and divorce, because we're marrying for love.
You went to the future now, right?
I didn't go to the future.
You said that's why we see. That means
we're seeing. That's
the future.
No,
the past.
That's the present. Like,
that's what I'm saying. We talking about the past with this woman, right?
Well, but it ties in because what I'm saying is
I'm just trying to be controversial.
I love you for that.
So, all that frill, right? Why was you with this? And you women are smart, right? I understand.
Are we?
I hope so.
Are we?
To a certain extent, I wouldn't say that.
When it comes to love and when it comes to keeping a family and a household together, some of us will do some real ignorant shit to keep it together, to keep the image going.
Right.
Because you got to remember, now also, let's also put into perspective, she already had a kid.
Okay.
Right? So now I had a kid.
That's even worse. That's even worse.
I met a baller. He done accepted my child.
Accepted me.
He was in his prime when we got together, right? It was Shaq Attack, and he's in the movies, and he's this. So it's this image.
Twism.
It's the image. We can even go back to like Will and Jada. It's an image. Look at how many celebrity couples. It's an image.
But Will and Jada, they both had, right? Now with this particular individual, she came in already used goods, right? She already had a kid. She already had failed relationship. She comes to this man.
Men used goods too?
Well, yeah, you use us for whatever you need. That's what's good for you.
Y'all
right?
be coming to the table with kids already.
Oh yeah, but we come
balls
to
done already dropped.
That's good. But guess what? You're going to be here. You're going to be here. Where are you going to go? You're going to go.
So we just got to settle with y'all.
Listen, every woman in a relationship after their 30s are with men that have kids. And
that's not true. But
okay, I mean it's an anomaly for that.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? And he must don't want no kids.
I prefer somebody with kids at this point because I don't want no more.
Yeah, drink your stuff. So
shady.
So with that, she basically knew she wasn't in love with this man. She just was in love with the idea of being with someone that had all this stuff. But that's not fair because when men get with women, we get with them because we love them.
That's not always true. That's not true.
I mean, y'all don't think y'all never been men. Anytime we've been in a
but you're telling us about women.
And anytime we're talking about something that actually happened.
Okay, we can talk about men. Look at Kanye West. Kanye West married Kim Kardashian because of the image that she portrayed.
He loved her.
Did he?
We don't.
Did he?
Does he love anybody?
We wanted,
but himself.
We wanted
and North
as a man. We want to take
not even other kids. You don't never hear him talk about them other kids. It's just North.
You know why they only talk about North? Because that's the only one that was. They had naturally.
That's not true. They had Saint natural too.
He says both of them. That's it. He says Saint is a little him or something. He'd be all right. After the other unnatural kids or whatever. I'm sorry, Kanye.
Test tube, baby.
Right. He doesn't really talk about them, but you made me forget my point. But no, men, we marry because we love you. We want to protect you. We want to have you in our. Okay. We want to embrace you because we love you. We love the way you look. We love the way you make us feel, etc., etc. We don't care what you could do for us. All we need is just the bare minimum from us.
She never says she didn't love him.
Well, we talking about in love. We won't marry you unless we're in love with you.
And
we fall in and out of love.
I was about to say that, and that is why I was gonna say about the fact about the concept of marrying for love. My love. All right, perfect example. Both of you, you're married, right?
Yeah.
Love progresses.
Mm-hmm.
The way that you, not especially, like you were with your wife for a very long time before you probably were with each other before you had children, correct? Mm-hmm. You fall deeper in love after your wife carries your baby, has your baby. There's that type of love.
Not true.
Then there's absolutely. You have one. Like,
did you ask him? Did you ask him?
Okay, let me ask you. Did your love for her increase or grow after she had your son, your first child?
I think so, yeah.
Thank you.
He thinks so.
I knew what I was talking about. But I knew
he just know he has his own camera and he don't want to get hurt when he get home. But yeah.
No, but what I'm
Listen,
saying
man.
is love, there are different stages of love throughout a relationship, right? The
Right.
love when we first get together. Then there's that love like when we go through some things together. There's the love where we hurt each other and we make it up. Like, so when you say that she didn't love him or wasn't in love, perhaps when she actually examined him, it wasn't the love like you said earlier, that she now knows it to be. And on top of that, he was hurting her and mistreating her. And she realized, wait a minute, I don't think I probably was ever really in love with him the way that I thought I was, or I now know love to be, because this love is pure. This love right here is different. So it makes me question, examine everything that not only happened and transpired, but would I allow, would I accept it?
Right.
Damn, did I really love this nigga? Or was it
Right.
because we got married? Was it because, and I was saying this in a group chat, this guy who I know,
What's his name?
shout out to Sherman.
Okay.
I can't stand y'all. But no. And
He was
we
a
had
fat guy too? Yeah, Sherman. What's up, my G?
he's overweight love in the house.
First of all,
He talk like that too. That's the funniest part. I love shout out to you, Sherm, because he watch our show.
Oh, yeah, sure.
But
yo, sorry, study shows.
This is just for entertainment. Go to the disclaimer in the beginning.
But Sherm was telling me he was married for like 20 plus years. And unfortunately, about 4 years ago, his wife passed away from cancer.
Oh, wow.
He became engaged to his current fiance about maybe
2 months ago.
3 years ago.
Okay.
And he was saying how this relationship, it kind of made him realize that this woman is the love of his life, and compared to someone he was with for 20 plus years. And he said the reason was because like he's grown so much more differently with this woman. And I asked him, I was like, well, you know, if your wife was alive, do you think that y'all would have divorced? He said, no, I would have never left her. He said, because not only because
men
I'm
don't
honoring my
leave.
commitment,
Okay.
he said, but there was this image that we had to uphold. Like I was the good husband, I was the provider. People looked at us. He was like, so I would have never left her. But I don't love her the way that I love this one. So it just goes to show that sometimes what you think you love, you might not love in the way that, you know?
But low key, like certain men, we know in our heart how we love. Like we know if there's any inconsistency in our love. We don't sit here and be like with butterflies and be feeling like delulu about that, because we know like we are in love, we love, but we also know there's some fucked up going on in our relationships, and we will hold it down to the end of time until it's over, or until the person leaves it, because men don't leave women unless it's some crazy.
Please rephrase that. You
All
mean
right.
married men don't leave women? Because baby daddies leave all the time.
I mean,
Married men
but-
leave too when they want to.
Yeah, but it'd be hard. I don't know no that just be leaving. I don't know. I only know one. And
Oh,
he had a
nah.
mate, and he had
I know some.
He had the
Me too.
reason. I'm married one though.
Oh, you're married.
Yeah,
I've known some
he had
married
a
men
he had a reason to leave, and it was very like detrimental to him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But ain't leaving. Sit around and talk, but we not leaving. Women leave.
Are you not leaving because she could take half?
Nah, nigga don't give a... Yo, for me, if I ever wanted to leave my spouse or whatever the case may be, it's no money in the world that's gonna make me stay. I don't care how I'll give it. I give you everything that I can give you for a peace of mind,
I
because
respect
money
that.
could be made back.
Yes, I respect that.
Don't-
Spit.
that's only for that don't got a future on getting anything else.
Yeah.
That's just what that is. You know what I mean? But men don't leave. Men love and marry because they really want to get married, not for the look of it all.
All right, I agree with that. I think that in that case too, she was saying that like one of the things was that, you know, the infidelity definitely played a part. And as you said, Shaq did come out after that snippet came out, and he said, I understand because I wouldn't love me either at that time.
Right.
So, you know, again, when you sit and you reflect, and now I'm in this situation where I found a partner who is equally yoked in my marriage, it makes me re-examine everything. Have you ever, take out love, take out platonic, have you ever lost a friend and you really sat and examined and you realized you were more of a friend to that friend than they ever were to you?
Correct.
And it makes you look at the whole friendship and say, were we ever really friends?
Right.
Right,
it's the same
it's
situation.
the same situation. So when we're saying and condemning her, I don't think she's ever said, I don't love that man. When you give somebody 4 children, there had to have been some form of love there. But what we also have to realize is, and this, I'm gonna get some flack for this, but it's the truth. People have to know I can love you and not be in love with you.
Yes.
And
there's nothing wrong with that.
And be in a
And we can
full-blown
fall-
relationship.
Yes. Absolutely.
And we can fall in and out of love our entire relationship.
No, that's understandable. That's understandable.
Because guess what? I read this too. You have to, love is an action word, right? It's a verb, right? So in order to love, like she just said, you fall in and out of love. I have to continuously choose. To continue to love you.
Right.
Now, being in love with you, right? That comes along with the feeling of how I am feeling about you at the moment, at the situation, throughout the years. But I can continue to be with you because I love you and I'm honoring that commitment to love you. But I don't mean I'm in love with you. And that's okay.
Yes.